Just about everybody has a computer, but not everybody backs up. It's very important to back up your important files because with computers, it's not if it breaks, it's when it breaks. And you need to always have your critical data backed up somehow so that when you replace that computer, you have all your personal files with you. So I'm going to show you how to very easily do that in just a couple minutes. So the first thing you're going to need when you want to back up your files is obviously something to store those files on. Now there's several different ways to do that. One, you could use a portable hard drive like this one here. It's just a USB powered drive that plugs into your computer. Or you could use the typical USB flash drive to back up your files. Now, the reality is the only real difference between those two is the amount of storage space you have, and also the flash drive is much faster than a regular standard portable hard drive. If you click right here above, you'll see I made a video about the difference between flash drive versus a traditional hard drive. So definitely watch that if you want to know which one makes the most sense for you. But either way, you're going to have a device that's going to plug into your computer to back up your files. And the type of device you use isn't really going to make a difference. I'm showing you how to do it. Okay, so let's just say for sake of argument that we're going to use this USB flash drive here. One question that a lot of people ask is, how big of a drive do I need? And that's an excellent question. If, for example, you have 18 gigabytes of data to back up, you don't want to end up with an 8 gigabyte flash drive. It's simply not going to store it all. Now, if you have a portable hard drive like this, generally these are much, much larger and have plenty of storage space. So usually the amount of files you have isn't really a limitation. But again, the issue is whether or not you want the speed and the performance of a flash drive versus a traditional hard drive. So I'm going to show you how to quickly and easily determine how much space you need to back up your file. There is several different ways to do it. I'm going to show you the easiest way. If you click on this folder right here, and it will bring up your File Explorer. Okay, this basically is what shows you what you have on your computer as far as hard drives and other devices, and if you need to access specific folders and things like that. But if you look on the left side, you'll see your most frequently accessed folders, desktop, documents, and so on. But that doesn't always get everything. If you look to the left where it says C, click on that arrow, and then that will bring down all the folders on your C drive. Go to the users folder and click that, and then the folder next to your name right here. Okay, and then click on that folder with your name on the left, and you'll see all those subfolders come up on the right. Now, in order to accurately determine how much space you need, here's the way to do it. Okay, now if you're familiar with your keyboard, you'll see there's a control key on either side of the keyboard. Okay, when you hold down that control key, it allows you to select multiple items. The reason I'm showing you this is because you'll need to do this. So what you want to do is hold down that control key with your thumb, which is the way I do it. Then with your left mouse click, select Contacts. Remember, you're holding down the control key at the same time. Never let go of it. Click Desktop, Documents, Downloads, Favorites, Music, like pictures, and then videos. Okay, Contacts, Desktop, Documents, Downloads, Favorites, Music, Pictures, and Videos. That is pretty much 99.8% of what people have on their computer for personal files. Once you have all those selected, you can let go of the control key, and all of these will be highlighted. Now what you want to do is take your mouse, hold it over the highlighted area, and right click, and then go to Properties. Now if you notice, everything is still highlighted. What you did is said check all these folders and see how much space they take up. You'll get a window that pops up like this showing you your total disk space used for those folders. Now as you can see here, I have 27 gigabytes of data in those folders. So in this case, I would need the next level up, which is a 32 gigabyte drive, or a 64 gig, or a 128. You just need a certain minimum to cover all your files. If you write files to your computer a lot, you want to go much bigger when you get your drive. If you hardly ever back up or hardly ever change your files, and this is all you have, and this is all you've ever had, then a 32 gigabyte would be more than sufficient. As you can see here at Walmart, for example, and I use this particular brand, we call it the brand no name. It's made by a company called ONN, ONN. I don't particularly recommend these or don't recommend them. I just get them because they're cheap and I've never had a problem with them. Okay. In this case, the 16 gigabyte drive, which we know will not work because we have 27 gigabytes of data, it's only $4. You can go up to the 32 gigabyte for $5.48, just $1.50 more. Or you can go to the 64 gig for $8, or even the 128 for $16. So again, it really matters on how much data you back up as to how much space you need. Okay, most people on average, a 32 gigabyte is more than enough, but to double that space for an extra $3, this one to me is the no-brainer. Most people are not going to have more than 64 gigabytes of personal data, and so for a couple extra bucks, it saves you from having to have multiple flash drives and all that. So this is probably the size that I would recommend. Now, another factor to consider, and you want to check all this before you start backing up. Obviously, you need to know how much you have to back up, and then you want to make sure you have the right size drive. These are USB 2.0 drives. They also make USB 3.0 drives, which are a little more expensive, but they are faster, and there is obviously a cost for that. Now, I'll post a link to, if you look up above, you'll see a video here that I made comparing USB 2.0 versus 3.0 and why it matters, or more importantly, does it matter when you're backing up your data. Okay, the purpose of this video is just to show you how to do it, but feel free to watch that video. So in this case, the 2.0 drive was $3 and change, $3.87. Well, the same size drive in 3.0 is $6.66. So it does get a little more expensive. And again, it really matters on how much speed is relevant to you. Okay, either way. So get yourself a portable hard drive or a flash drive to back up. At this point now you know, and again, because you checked the sizes on these files, you know you need 27 gigabytes to back up properly. So all you have left now to do is plug in your USB drive to any available USB port on your computer. They are all the same. USB stands for Universal Serial Bus. That means any USB port is standard across your machine. So it does not matter which one you plug into. It could be the one you usually plug your mouse into, or any other device that you plug in. USB is USB, so it doesn't matter. So what you want to do is plug in your USB drive, and you'll hear Windows react, and you'll see it'll pop up, and in this case it says USB drive E. Now I can go over here and you can see this USB drive E. It's completely empty. The drives are going to come formatted for you, so all you have to do is plug them in and go. Now in this case, this is the easiest way to back up to your portable drive if you are only doing it every so often. If you need to back up more frequently, I've got a video here for you to watch on how to do it and set it up in an automated way so that you don't have to do anything other than leave your computer on. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to show you how to do it manually. This is the super easy way to do it. USB drive is drive letter E. We saw that already. All you have to do, go to these individual folders I told you about, and just right click on each one. In this case, contacts. Then you go send to drive E. Boom. And if you look, you see how down here it already moved that or copied that folder here. Same thing with desktop. Right click on desktop, send to USB E. It's going to copy the files, and look, there's the stuff on my desktop. And then same with documents. Transfer all the documents over here, and so on and so forth. You know, same with all these other folders that you know, the music, the favorites, pictures. Right click, send to USB drive E. Whatever drive letter popped up, yours may be different. It may be D, or maybe F, or some other drive. In my case, this was drive letter E, so that's what I'm going to select. And the same thing with everything else. Whatever it is I want to back up, right click, send to, and then that letter on the USB drive. So as you can see here on the flash drive, after you have copied everything over, there are all the files right there, just as they looked when you copied them from your user folder. And that's all you got to do. At that point, you can just remove the flash drive from the computer. You want to put it somewhere safe, in a drawer or somewhere where it won't get damaged, and that's all you have to do. And every time you need to back up your files, you just simply repeat the process. Put the flash drive in, go into those folders, and start copying the files over. And then if it asks to overwrite, you can just either tell it to skip or just say yes, overwrite, and it will replace what's on the flash drive with the current contents of your folders. And that's how you can manually back up your files. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you click on that like button to show me some support. If you enjoyed this type of content, please consider subscribing by going down below and hitting the subscription link. Make sure you click that notification bell to be notified anytime I upload new content like this for you. Have a great day.